Hey guys, it's ShadowKing here, and I'm going to be doing another Minecraft video. This one here, I'm sticking with the Redstone theme, and I'm making a piston bridge. Pretty much, this is how it works. It makes one side pop up, like you see here, and it's not too hard with the wiring, just there's a lot of it. So, if you're doing this in survival mode, make sure you have a heap of it before you start. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to wire it up, but first, just want to show you the dimensions of this, of each side of it, which I normally have two sides to my bridge, because you can walk across it, but each side you need at least 4 things of wiring on each side, which I haven't added it to this yet, because I'm going to show you why you can't do it with 3, and yeah, so I'm just going to get started and show you. I've already got a little bit of redstone coming off here from the switch. Sorry guys, another thing, always keep your blocks here from the start of the path, just one above these, because these are going to get pushed up obviously to make the bridge. So I'm going to start showing you how to wire this. The easiest way I find is you have to put a repeater in here, but instead of putting in the repeaters now, I'll just keep wiring till the end, and then add the repeaters in after, because this is so much quicker doing it this way. So this bridge I've made here is only a small one, but it doesn't really matter how big you make them. You can use it for like the tiniest thing as 3 blocks if you want. It'll probably make it kind of easier, but yeah, because when you make the bridge too long, you need to add length to the how far the power can go with repeaters, and you need to make a kind of complicated circuit, which I'm going to show you in a sec. Alright, so as we can see, it only goes to here, and we need to extend this so that the power keeps going. The only way to do this is with repeaters, so I'm going to show you what I do now. I'll keep the power on so you can see. Alright. Why I said you need 4 blocks wide on here before is because if I try to do something like this and lead it back in, we're going to have this, which is a loop. So when I turn the power off, it's going to keep going, which we really don't want. So just going to get rid of that. What we need to do is add another length to the side bit. So I'm just going to do that now. And another thing when you're doing this, always put on top of these pistons you've got here, always put things that are affected by gravity, unless you want to use sticky pistons, which, especially for survival, they're not that easy to make. So yeah, I normally just use things affected by gravity. So yeah, just thought I'd tell you that before I kept going. Alright, so I'm nearly done here. In a sec I'm going to show you this circuit. It's not that hard if you remember it, and it's pretty easy actually. So what we want to do, we want to find about where the power ends, and just cut off one of these. Actually no, sorry. We want to add another one in, and then add it down to the end, which as we can see it hasn't made it, so maybe about here. Alright, so it's just made it, and now we can put our repeater in. So the problem here is going to run out, so we need to somehow lead this back into the circuit so it keeps it powered up. The easiest way I find to do this is lead it back in, and then work out what I need to do with, all the stuff. So first I normally put that in there, so we've got it powered up there, then just simply lead this in. So now we'll test it, see if it works. So it all turns off, and it all turns back on fine. So it's just a pretty simple circuit. And now we're going to go to here, step back a bit, and make the exact same thing yet again. Just make sure you don't make a loop, because that will pretty much ruin the whole idea. Because if you make a loop, it'll just keep going and going, and you can never turn it off. So now we've got our bridge up and running. This is one of the first steps into making this bridge. It might sound pretty stupid, that only being one of the first steps, but there's a few other things you've got to do. Now what you've got to do is fill this in with 2 blocks, so it'll be the same height as this gravel when it's turned off. So just fill the whole thing in and keep moving down, so it all looks the same height. What you do on redstone is just, place on top of the skip block, but with these you can't do that because you'll just change your timer. So what I do is I put a block next to it and just click like that. It's pretty simple. If you're in survival, I recommend instead of putting 2 blocks, just use 1 like this, but that does take a little bit more time, so I'm just going to double them up and make it quicker. And what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to put lava onto this bridge, which is pretty simple. You can put whatever you want on the bridge to make it look cool. But I normally use lava because I just like the idea of my bridge coming forth from all the lava and stuff. But you guys can pretty much do whatever you want with it. That's why I flattened this out and covered my redstone, so the lava can't get it. And also with these bits here, what I do is block it off like that, so when I fill it with lava, all the lava stays in here and this bit doesn't have it. And so I can get underneath for repairs when they're needed. So I'm just going to continue doing this. Alright, that should be enough. So now I'm going to show you. Just going to build this little wall here. Alright. So what it's going to look like when it's done, I'll just build this up a bit. Don't worry about what I'm doing here, guys. I'm just trying to set it up so you can see it in action. Alright. So you would obviously keep filling it up with the cobblestone so you can't see any of the wiring. But I don't want to make this tutorial long and boring, so I'm just going to cut to the chase and find some lava if I can find it. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. So what you do, just don't burn yourself like that, especially in survival. Just place your lava around. So alright, spread around now, and especially don't do this in survival, what I'm doing here. And do this, and it pops out of the lava. Why this side isn't working is because I made a little mistake before. This block here is cutting the power off, so always watch out for that. And now, as you can see, the side's working. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Just before I go, I'm going to show you one of my finished piston bridges. So yeah, just bear with me. Alright, this is my main world, and pretty sure it's this way. Yeah. Alright. So now I'm going to take you to this piston bridge that I was just talking about. Alright. This is the piston bridge that I made. So, pretty much turns on and off. It's got a bit of a delay turning off. Then it can turn back on again. But one of the problems I faced with doing this, because I wanted mine to be able to turn on and off at both ends, and so the easiest way to fix that is leading a switch to here that turns, having your switch there leading the power to here, to these pistons, which are sticky pistons, which turns the power off to this one. And this is the one that turns on and off, right? So if this has cut the power, they're going to turn off. And so to do this, what you're going to need to do is add in just an extra bit going up there of redstone on both sides, and cut it off with some cobblestone so they can't mix, and just keep it running down there to the other thing, and then you can turn it on and off from both sides. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you guys, and hopefully, you watch all our other videos. Yeah, that's really all. I'll just show you this again. And see, turns off, turns back on. So yeah, see you guys.